Hey guys, happy Saturday everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Jaydee for another episode of our daily stock market insights. And before I start, of course, I'd like to invite everyone, if this is the first time you're watching my video, I do review stocks in the Philippine market, sometimes US market. Okay, so if this is the video you'd like to monitor and watch every day, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always updated. Okay, let's get started. But before I do that, some nice news that I stumbled onto for today. This one is from GMA News Online, and it says national government settled 300 billion loan to BSP in advance. So I think that's quite of a good news for today. It says here that more than a month before the Duterte administration steps down, the national government has paid in full its 300 billion loan with the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. In a statement, the DOF said that the national government settled the 300 billion provisional advances to the Central way ahead of its actual maturity date of June 11, 2022. And of course, it says here, if you scroll all the way down, go ahead and just visit this website. It says here that we are attributing this to hold on, I saw it here earlier. Yeah, the repayment of the 300 billion outstanding provisional advances culminates the pandemic-related financing assistance of the BSP and is part of a broader exit strategy from the accommodative policies that once helped the economy stay afloat but are no longer needed based on growing evidence that economic recovery is already firmly entrenched, according to the DOF. Okay, so this is a good sign that our economy is starting to recover. We're starting to enter the BAU phase, although we are not 100% out of the woods yet because the COVID is still here, right? There are still cases, but with the adoption of the people to the vaccination, then of course we were able to manage it down. But this is a good sign. Hopefully the entering administration will be able to continue whatever Duterte has started. But so far, on a personal note, of course, I am thankful for all the contributions that the Duterte administration has done for the country. Okay, but I am really not very inclined in politics, so I won't make any additional comments, but just words of gratitude. Of course, we have benefited a lot from the Duterte administration. Okay, so now let's take a look at our index and some of the stocks at the moment, right? So for now, it's already last Friday, it's already the 5th day where we have seen a recovery in the index overall. So I really hope that that will continue. We are in the short term, right at the MA20 line, and we all know that once we are seated at the MA20, if a stock or a chart is going downwards, your MA20 can act as a resistance. However, I'm not saying that we cannot break that anymore. So the moment, let's say by tomorrow or Monday, we start the day with a strong buying sentiment, and we successfully close above the MA20 line, then that's going to be a good sign. We might see indeed a continuation to the upside, but this is already a strong sign because it's a 3rd day and we have been challenging the resistance area. Chances are with more buying pressure, we will be successful in breaking that. Okay, so the next stock I'd like to review would be SCC. SCC over here, well, this is the resistance I see right now because of these days here where we have tested the resistance area and we failed to do that. Then we did a pullback, right, and successfully we have broken the resistance last Friday, and with foreign buying that happened, then we might experience a continuation to the upside. So that's a good sign. There's also nice volume here. It's above the average volume that we have. Okay, so really good. Most of the time, when a resistance is broken, it continues to go up, and I see a possible next resistance right over here. So chances are we might be rejected there, and then we'll go back here, and then we'll continue up. Right. Next is the MPI. MPI also had a successful breakout of the downtrend. Okay, so it's actually the second day. The first one is 50-50. We started triggering, but we went back, right? There was a profit taking that happened intraday, so we're just within that area. In fact, there's a resistance at MA20, but Friday came. We have successfully entered above the MA20 line, and we pushed the price even higher. So that is a successful breakout. So what happened on the 20th really was a confirmation of that breakout. This was the attempt. This was the confirmation. So now we all know that there will be up and down, right, fluctuations. So just use the MA20 as your support. All right. Now, I think in one of the comments, I forgot the name, you mentioned about me using test buy, so I kept on using that. Actually, in a lot of the videos I've watched in the past when I was starting, and I've also tried this, entering in tranches is more effective. Okay, and we all know that when I say support and resistance, or I say enter at the support, I put a straight line over here. Sometimes it's not exactly at the, let's say 3.82 here, it's not exactly at the line that I mentioned. Sometimes it goes overshoot down below or above it. So at least if you enter in tranches, if there's a slight overshoot downwards, we still have enough funds for you to use and to enter. Or better yet, if you are really planning to, let's say, test buy in 100%, let's say you have 50,000 pesos as your desired amount to enter in this particular stock, right? If you divide that, let's say, into 4 parts, so when I say test buy, that will be your first buy attempt. That way, if it goes down, you still have enough funds. And then you enter a few, let's say another 25%, so that if it's already at the bottom, then you were able to enter right at the bottom. And then if it goes up, at least it's distributed, and then somehow some of the amount you'll be entering will be a little higher, but it will still be consolidated or aggregated into the average. But it's really important that you know how to read your support and resistance, and to successfully do that, you start with a longer time frame, so you understand the overall sentiment. For instance, here the overall sentiment is still on sideways. And then what's next is you zoom in a little bit, because let's say, right, I saw some bullish candlestick here. Now the next step is you go daily, so you can haggle a bit, but you know for a fact that the next direction given this is it is going to potentially go up now. But should I enter at 389, or should I enter at a few cents lower than that? So the faster time frame will allow you to identify the area where you could haggle for your entry. So in this case, on a daily chart, you know that if the price fluctuates, and you know that this is the support at 382, intraday you can probably place your order very near the 382 or exactly at the 382, because you know for a fact that that's your support. Price fluctuates, sometimes intraday, sometimes the next day. At least you already have your order placed. Now, sometimes people would monitor the market intraday, and then they know that yes, we're entering here now. Let's say in the first 15 minutes of the day, the price enters right here, okay, below the MA20 line. So you know that, okay, my MA20 got broken. There is a possibility that it will indeed revisit 33.82. But in a faster time frame, price moves, the overall sentiment of the market is now moving higher than the MA20. So you know, you already have an idea that, one, coming from a weekly chart, I know that the next movement is really going to move up. But using the 15-minute chart, it's already giving me a signal that looks like it will not visit the 382. That way, I can already make a sound judgment or decision that, hey, I have to take action now because the next possible move is really going to shoot up now. So that's the purpose of really coming from a longer time frame, and then you funnel into the lower time frame. So that's how I use my timelines here. So okay, so again, monitor the market if you can. The next support is 382, 381. But intraday, if you're able to watch the market in the first few minutes of the day, or first 30 or to an hour of the day, if most of the movements will now move to the upside, then the probability of it dropping would be slimmer this time. Okay, the volume, look, the volume is already picking up here. You already have foreign buying, so really something to watch out for within the first hour of the day. Oh, there's a share buyback. Okay, once you see a share buyback, guys, normally if the stock price is low and then there's a share buyback, and you know that the market is really the company is in good, stable condition, they would normally buy back their stocks because they know that, they know the projects, they know the health of their finances. So if they're able to buy it low, then chances are they could gain profit from it. Look at this. Past how many days already they're doing share buyback. I just cannot open the link though. I don't understand why. Okay. Just open that. See, the average price was around 3.72, 3.71. There you go. Okay, so the next stock I'd like to check would be, let me check that, SMPH. Okay, SMPH also nice bounce here. This is a bounce, guys. At the support, which is 36.12. That's your support. Remember this, it broke out of the MA20 line, which acted as a resistance, continued a little to the upside, and then it revisited the previous support. Normally, if you get passed through the MA20 line, it goes back there. It creates a support at the MA20. And it has successfully done that last Friday, moving the price higher, which is at 37.8. So I would have to say there's a big chance that we will continue to move upwards in the coming days. MONDE is also still giving us that bullish movement. Okay, how many days has passed already? Next resistance I see for MONDE would be 1693, or let's use this, 1717. Okay, this one you have the resistance here, this one too. Slightly lower is 16.95, but overall that's the area where I am seeing this stock reach a resistance, probably rest and pull back. For those people who may have not entered yet and still are bullish in this stock, wait for it to pull back. That's my next best advice. Possibly if there will be some pullback, chances are it could even revisit as low as 1846. Okay, this used to be a support and we are passed through that. So it might fluctuate and enter 1846. Okay, Next stock is ACEN. ACEN, very slow movement, very near your MA20 line. We had the wick right at that area, so chances are we might be going back. For me, that's a bearish sentiment. We have not successfully broken the MA20 as of yet. So for those people who are interested in ACEN, hold on to your buying power. You have a chance to get it at a lower price. Converge. Same with Converge. You got rejected right here. However, we could be establishing new support area for Converge at around 27.62, right? We're stabilizing and consolidating at this area already. So 27.50, 27.69, around that level. MBT now has somehow recovered. At the MA20 line, we stopped exactly at the MA20 level. So we are still not 100% safe yet. We are still lingering around a resistance area. But first hour of Monday, if we start moving higher than the MA20 line, then that's a very nice sign. We could be breaking out of the downtrend already by the time we cross the MA20 level. The next possible stop could be right at your 55.36 or 55.50, 55.60 area. Okay, but then again, if you're holding MBT, I highly recommend that you hold on to it. Stay long term in this stock because this too also gives out good dividend. For March, it already gave around 2 pesos and 20 cents. So that's almost 5%, right? Because 10% is 5.2. It's really close to 5% already. Last 2021, it gave out 4 pesos. So really nice for those people who may have entered somewhere here. You're profitable. So this one is what? 220. So 10% if you entered at 34, that's 10% is 3.4. So it's really close to 10%. So I suggest when you're holding blue chip companies, just average down whenever a dip happens, right? So I think that's it. Those are my insights for these stocks. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know if you have a request, so I can also probably record another one tomorrow so that we have a lot of stocks reviewed before the market opens. And just to quickly talk about or recap what I talked about when I opened the video, this is a really good news. And all thanks to your efforts, Mr. President. You have actually handled the country in its most difficult time. I don't think we had a president handle a country that was in a pandemic in the past, and you managed it, and also ended your term with some good news. So thanks again. And that's it. Thank you for now.